Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. We are doing meal planning today, and the reason we are doing meal plan is because I want to get started to bring you guys the meals that I do for a budget for a family of 6. My budget this week is going to be $120 for a family of 6. I do pack lunches for my husband. We eat 3 meals a day here at home, so 120 is what I do. And see what we can do this week. I haven't even checked any of the ads just yet. I'm working on the meal plan based on what I have in the house, which is not much. I let it run completely, very low, almost completely out, for the purpose of starting my videos again. So this is my fridge, and before we start putting things away, I want to show you guys how empty it is. I mean, I got some Miracle Whip in the corner that I haven't used in a while. I think it's going to be able to throw it away pretty soon. I got some humps for myself. I do have some cottage cheese, which is about halfway. And then in here, I only have like chilies that we can ourselves. And then I have some of the yeast that I use for my bread. I still have some lard, not much. And then eggs wise, we are pretty low on eggs. That's why we got some more eggs. Tortilla wise, I only have 1 package of tortillas that I brought from Mexico, and about very little, half of the corn tortillas, but we don't use a lot of tortillas in this household, so we're good. And then I'll be making tortillas the following week so that we don't have to buy. My vegetables are empty. Let me get in here, kiddo. And then my bottom drawer is completely empty as well. The freezer side, I have some frozen fruit. I have some homemade chorizo there, and then we have some homemade jam that my sister-in-law gave me, but nobody can tell me what membrillo is in English. But this is membrillo homemade jam that my sister-in-law gave me so I can make some empanadas. Thank you, Julia, from Mexico, from Esqueda, that she gave me some membrillo jam for my empanadas. And then I have some vegetables. Frozen vegetables in this house are a must. I always have, that is one thing that I never run out of it. I always have like bell peppers and onion mixed together. Let me turn it off and turn it back on because it's gonna drive me crazy. Maybe I have to do both at the same time. There you go. So these bags are about $1. Most of them are $1 at Kroger. And so I always have a lot of vegetables in here. My mom cleaned some nopalitos, cactus, and gave them to be frozen. I need to freeze them and cook some with those nopalitos. But I have about I got okra here, which I love okra. And then we have some Brussels sprouts. Sorry, he wanted it to close that next the fridge door. So we have some Brussels sprouts. I have some broccoli and cauliflower, and then on the top shelf I got some broccoli and cauliflower. This is a very we use a lot of broccoli and cauliflower because my son, which just turned 2, he loves broccoli and cauliflower, so I have to have that in hand in case he doesn't want to eat anything else. I just warm that up and give it to him. I have some of this for vegetables, for mix for soup. Sometimes I use it. And again, another mix of broccoli, cauliflower. And this one, I love this one because it has corn and bell peppers as well. So this is a to-go too. So I got about 10, 2, 4, 6, about 11 bags of frozen vegetables, but that is a norm in my house. So that's what my fridge looks like. So I am done with my meal prep. We got all the ideas put into our meal. What I'm going to tell you guys for sure is that this is most of it as a guide for me. If we switch around, like let's say the kids are not feeling it, that we have shomei on Monday, but they want to do it on Thursday, so we just switch around. But I like to have like a plan, like just a base plan of what we can do so that I know the ingredients that I need to bring home. We do have these meals. We just probably switch the meals around the days if we do. Most of the time we're really good about keeping up with our meals. Sometimes we do really good if there is a lot of leftovers, because we don't know for sure how much leftovers are gonna be. So sometimes we end up not doing one of these meals, but we're still gonna plan on doing this. So we're gonna have, for Monday, we're gonna have breakfast oatmeal and toast, chow mein for lunch, and we're gonna do roast with vegetables for dinner. We plan on doing yogurt. This is for sure something that we switch around depending on how the kids are feeling it, but we're planning on doing yogurt for the snacks. On Tuesday, we do French toast for breakfast, roast tacos, and rice, which is the meat of the whatever we have left over from the roast. We're going to turn it into tacos and do it with rice for lunch. We're going to do potato and cheese soup for dinner. This is very traditional from where I come from. The state that I come from is Chihuahua, Mexico, and this is a very traditional soup. And the weather just makes it perfect to be able to have soups. Soups are very budget friendly, so for sure I love the able to make some soups from this weather. We're also planning on doing fruit for snacks. On Wednesday, we're gonna do eggs and hash browns. And then we're going to do for lunch calabacitas con queso, which is zucchini with cheese. I add like a little bit of corn and tomatoes and onions and garlic and all the good stuff. And then we usually side it with beans or rice or both. Usually I like to do rice because I like to eat. This is one of my favorite dish, and people think I'm crazy, but I put bananas on my rice. And this is one of my favorite dish to do it with calabacitas con queso and rice, and then add a little bit of bananas on top of my rice, and I am golden. We're going to have leftovers for dinner. Hopefully we have a lot of leftovers from the calabacita con queso and a little bit more of rice and more bananas. Talk about carbohydrates, people. And then we're planning on doing more carbohydrates for dessert or snacks, which is ice cream. However, this might change around the days. On Thursday, we're going to have egg avocado toast, which is one of my favorite breakfasts as well. We're going to do leftover for lunch. We're going to do, or I'm going to attempt to do, a whole chicken and mashed potatoes on Thursday for dinner. I am new to the Instant Pot community, and I got one last week with bunch of my $10 register rewards that I got from Walgreens. I used them over at Fry's, and I was able to use $30 worth of it. And so I bought myself an Instant Pot over a Fry's. Are you okay, kiddo? And so I did a barbacoa meat style, which is not like 100% Mexican. It's not a traditional barbacoa, because I'm very known for just throwing ingredients on the stove or on the pot or whatever you want to call it, because let's be honest, not every time we have every single ingredient that the recipe calls for, or we don't have. Barbacoa is usually done with cachete. I had no cachete, at least not meat-wise. I have plenty of cachetes in my face, but not meat-wise. I didn't have any cachetes, so I just did it with the sirloin, petite sirloin that I had bought about 4 weeks ago in a very great deal that there was going on at Fry's. So I went ahead and did it with that. I will upload that video as well. But this time I'm going to go ahead and attempt to do a whole chicken and mashed potatoes and see how that comes out. I will record the video as well for you guys. I'm going to do some fruit for snacks. And then on Friday, we're going to do a veggie omelette for breakfast. We're going to do milanesa and fries for lunch. Usually milanesa, I do Italian seasoning, and we do fry it on avocado oil. I do have both at the house, so we're just going to... Actually, I don't have the seasoning, so I will have to buy the seasoning. You're okay, kid. You're okay. You want to go change your clothes? Go ahead and change it. So we're going to go ahead and get the seasoning, but we do have avocado oil, so I don't need to buy that. And then we're going to do it with French fries, which I fry with avocado oil as well. We're going to do tortilla soup on the Instant Pot as well. And then I will try to record that video as well for you guys. We're going to do yogurt for snacks. And then Saturday, we're going to do cream of wheat for breakfast. Sometimes we do it with fruit and toast. I'm also going to do tilapia, fish tilapia, and vegetable. I usually do it just like on the stove. And then we're going to do tacos de papa, rice, and beans, which is just tacos. I do mashed potatoes, and then I use it for my tacos. I like to put a little bit of cabbage and a little bit of mustard. So we're gonna do that for dinner, and then we're gonna have fruit for snacks. On Sunday is a lazy day for me, or I like to call it a lazy day, which is not never a lazy day with 4 kids, but I try to do leftovers. Maybe that's the day that we treat them with a pizza. So we'll see what this Sunday comes up to be, but this is my meal. I'm gonna leave it open for Sunday because I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of leftovers since I only did a couple of the meals on my menu for leftovers, and then we'll give you an update how did we do at the end of next weekend with our budget. I also having problems with the internet, so I wasn't able to check the sale, so I'm just gonna be very adventurous and go into the store and buy this stuff that I need, and hopefully we'll stay on our budget, and then I'll come back and give you guys the outcome. And we are inside the store. We are getting all of our groceries. So far we spent around $22, and I'm gonna keep on getting, I need some onions, so I'm gonna get some onions. About $23, and we got most of our vegetables. Adding the onions, and so let's just keep on walking. I added the zucchini, and it's about 8 pounds, so it's gonna take me all the way to almost $30. But we almost done with our vegetables. So far I got about $34 worth of my groceries, but I have a lot of vegetables and fruits. I'm very pleased with $34. So far we got all vegetables and all the fruits that we need for this week. I have all the spices, but I'm running very low on sugar, so I'm gonna take some sugar. I know sugar is not good for you, but I do add sugar to my coffee, so I'm gonna take one sugar. And then and I didn't have that on my list, but I know I'm running low. I'm also taking a couple gallons of milk, and that will put me around $52.
So I'm going to take a 2% milk. Don't do what I did. I put all the vegetables in the bottom, and now I can't figure out how to put them together. I should have started at the other end, but I started at the vegetables and fruit, so we just got to keep on going.
That is one of the aisles that I will avoid at all cost. Do not go through that aisle. Wonderful price. I'm going to take a whole roast for $16. Okay, so I am lost. I think I'm at about 100 now that I put the tilapia in it. I stopped talking to some people that I know from town, and I am completely lost count of what I was adding. So we just gonna hope and see if we can stay under 120.
I usually use the tomato-based bouillon, but this time I need for recipe the chicken one, so I'm just going to take one of the small ones for 99 cents. We're going to try to keep it to the lowest possible so I can stay under 120. This is a condiment that I use a lot of my recipes, and it's bay leaves. It gives a really good flavor, so I'm going to take one of those packages, and I'm done with my shopping. Let's go.
Okay. Thank you. You're going to help Mommy unload? Thank you. This one has a coupon, please. Thank you. How are you doing today? Doing great, thank you. So we are home. We finally made it home, and this is what $128 and $128.54 I believe looks like. And I love to see all those different colors on my table. Remember that that is just beautiful. I'm in love with my table with bunch of fruits and vegetables and all the good stuff that is going to be nutrients to my family. I did one over with the menu, guys, with you. I mean, I have here for the roast. I think the roast is going to be, it's pretty big. I got really good price. It's $2.97 pound. So I did get really good price on the roast. So I believe that's going to last me at least for 2 meals, but I'm not sure just yet. So hopefully we can get out of the week and maybe even have leftovers. And then I have the whole chicken over here. I got the tilapia that we're gonna have for dinner one day or lunch. And then we're gonna have, the recipe calls for only 2 pounds of chicken, and it's 2.5, so we should be just fine with the chicken. This is for my milanesa. We have the salad mix. We have some cucumbers for our salad. We got the onions that we're gonna need for our recipes. We also got tomatoes. I got, instead of getting the can of green chili for a recipe for our tortilla soup, I actually got regular chilies. I do have black beans at home, a bag of black beans, so I didn't purchase a can of black beans, but I did purchase the corn for our tortilla soup. And then I got some lime. I got extra limes because I like to use for my water, and instead of drinking soda or anything like that, I just use some limes for my water. I do have some celery for my soup as well. We got the garlic, we got papaya, we got apples, we have oranges. Oranges, I think we did great. I don't know if you can see it, but it was about a little bit over 6 pounds of oranges, which is a great time for vitamin C. We also got some pears, a lot of bananas, tons of zucchini. The zucchini, I like to do the dish for the zucchini with cheese that I mentioned on the meal plan, but I also like to use some for when we have like the roast and some vegetables on the side. I like to cook a little bit of zucchini. I do have some cauliflower, frozen cauliflower and broccoli already in the freezer, so I'm gonna pull that out as well. I did got some avocados. I did get 8 of them. It was 4 for $1, so I got 8 of them. They are pretty green and pretty hard, but what I do with this is I put them on a brown paper bag, and they will be ripe in less than 2 days. So I have that as well. I got this for my French toast. I wanted it to get Ezekiel bread, which is a lot healthier for you, but Food City doesn't carry it, and I did not have the time to go grocery shopping at a different store just for the bread. So I just went ahead and got that for today. I got my cheese for my zucchini. It's gonna be half of it for zucchini, and then the other half we're gonna use it for the potato soup. And then I also got some juice for the kids. 2 bottles of juice is plenty for the week, because I do add water to it because the sugar content is pretty high, so I dilute it with water and ice. So 2 of this is plenty, plus a lot of water. I did get 2 of the gallons of milk. I also got 1 big thing of ice cream. I got my 2 yogurts over here. I did get the 2 corn, and then I also got the crumbs for my milanesa. I also got my bay leaves for my recipe. I use this for the roast, and I also use it for the tortilla soup. Then we got the carrots for the tortilla soup. I might add it to my roast as well. Sometimes I like the taste of it. And so we got 60 eggs, which it should be plenty for this week. I also have some sugar. So that is what my $128 and some cents, let's call it $129, looks like. I did went over, like I mentioned, because I didn't this was an add-on. And then also my son had one of those yogurts, Lala yogurts, that are drinkables. They're only like $1, but that adds on as well. So staying under budget, you shouldn't be looking around and adding more stuff. But again, I'm pretty pleased with my $128.58. I think it's well spent. And then I will probably let me know if you guys, leave it on the comments and see if you guys want to see some of these recipes, or if you want me to add like a video where I have all of the meals that I prepared during this week with these ingredients. And so you guys can see if I was able to fit the whole family of 6 with these groceries, which I'm sure I am. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you guys are getting some great ideas from my videos, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.